Okay, everyone, we are going to get this meeting started. We're kind of minus some people, and me and Damien will be tag teaming on the same Abby. For some reason, his computer will not let him get here. But at least you'll be able to hear him through me, so you can still get the information that you need. I'd like to welcome, first off, everybody for being here. My name is Sugar Palino. I'm co-owner and co-founder of Island Oasis, for those of you that don't know me. I will introduce my staff. Hi, Melody. How you doing? She's like, ding, 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 ding. Sorry, Mel. Anyways, I'm Sugar Palino, co-owner, co-founder of Island Oasis. My real-life husband and partner is Damien Palino. He is also the other co-owner and co-founder of Island Oasis. I take care of anything that has to do in-world. Damien takes care of everything that has to do out-of-world. He takes care of all of the servers, the software, the upgrades, anything technical. Yep. And then going down the line, my staff behind me is Sub-Zero Palino. He is the Island Oasis scripter. Then there is Sheena Palino. She is in charge of our mentor department. Next is Scotty Palino. Scott works with Damien with the servers, the software. And then next, filling in for Allie is Payne Shamrock. And she deals with the marketing department. Allison Palino is our marketing director. And Will Palino, who is not here tonight, I believe he had a math class, Sub was saying, he is in charge of all the region support. So that is my direct Palino team. Tonight is going to be kind of a shorter meeting because it's already 5:25. We're kind of getting started late, but we will try to get all questions answered. We'll also be letting you know, I believe it's going to be Saturday. I have to get with Allison to make sure. And I will get you the times of when we're going to be doing the question and answer for this recorded meeting. On our website, we'll have an open chat forum for people who were not able to make this meeting. Will be able to still view the recording and still be able to ask questions to Palinos, because we'll be in the chat room then. So first topic is our growth. Our growth is really doing good. We've gotten a lot of people coming from other worlds for some reason. There's a lot of things that are happening in other worlds that people are just not agreeing with. So they're migrating here and checking us out. I do want to ask everybody, we're looking to hire mentors, lots and lots of mentors. We need to get that welcome zone with 2 to 3 mentors 24/7. With all the growth of people that we've been getting in here, we want them greeted with a very, fun, energetic, knowledgeable person that can help them to what they need to do when they first land here. Honey, you want to grab the stats?
Yes, I got them right here.
Okay. Damien is going to get on my headset quick. He's going to go over the stats with you.
Hello, everybody. The current unique logins is at 1249, which is good. That's been climbing. We've been seeing a good, consistent growth of new members. In last month in April, we gained 230 new residents. And so far this month already, we've gained 13 new residents. So things are consistently growing, and I think our growth rate is starting to accelerate, so that's good. I think that's all.
Okay, we'll talk about the percentage.
The percentage of active members. Most of your other grids, the percentage of active members is around 5 or 6%, whereas ours is, I think, 28%. If I were to do the math right now, I can tell you exactly what it is. Which tells us that of the people who join IO and land here, like it enough to come back again and again and again. So that says a lot about how we run the grid, how the grid operates, how it functions, and so on. So that's a good thing. We want to see that number stay up there. So let me do the math real quick and I can tell you what it is. Yeah, it's actually 29% is what our active member percentage is, or ratio. So of the 4,343 members, almost 29% of them are actively logging in on a regular basis. So that's really good. That tells us that we're doing something right. I'll pass it back to Shirley.
So as you can see, guys, we're doing super good. I asked how many are online. Any plans to add that? We did have that before, and we decided not to have that. We decided to take that off because of the simple fact, if we're doing if it's slow or something like that, people are going to look, and instead of just logging on, they're going to say, oh, well, there's only 10 online. I'm going to look somewhere else. So it could detour people from actually coming here if the numbers are lower than what they're looking for. So that is why we don't put that on there anymore. As for the sim sale that we are having, I have 3 fulls and 3 homesteads left. For those of you, I don't know if you've gotten the notices or not. We're doing our spring cleanup sale. These are not for upgrades. These are only new purchases. The 3 fulls I have are 40,000 prims, and you can get them for $50 grandfathered in at that price. The 3 homesteads that I have, those are the 20,000 prims, and those are grandfathered in at $25. Once those 6 regions are gone, then that's it, because these aren't extra ones. So those 6 regions are what I have left. I'm looking to get those sold by the end of this weekend. Otherwise, I'm just going to take them down. So if you are interested in any of those, please let me know. Otherwise, that is about all I had. I didn't really have much today. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Okay, Mel, go ahead. Numbers reflected in the numbers. Yes, they are, Daisy. Are the bonus sim numbers reflected in the numbers on the login page? Yeah, any region on our grid, it reflects on that.
And those numbers are updated automatically every half hour.
Damien said those numbers are updated every half hour. Yep, they're automatically updated. I would love to grab one of those sims, but a lot of people are reluctant to come here due to the lack of physics. There aren't enough residents to fill when I already have open. Is there any word on new physics engine? When the physics engine topic comes up, that will be Sub. He's been working on physics engines. We're also testing a bullet physics engine on our beta grid. We have the new software upgrade with the bullet sim physics. So we do have physics here now, Mel. We have cars, planes. What do we have? Cars, planes, bikes, boats.
We have physics.
Yeah, we have physics. People from SL, they just have to understand that their physics scripts are different here. So a lot of people say, oh, well, your physics doesn't work. It really does. You just have to know what you're doing when it comes to scripting in an OpenSim grid rather than just scripting in Second Life, because they are different physics engines. But we do have physics here. It's not really a different scripting language, Wizard. We still use the LSL, but we also use the OS scripting, which I'm going to leave all of this scripting questions to Sub because he can answer that better.
Hello?
Is there any other questions or comments? Jay, go ahead. I have problems with the search engine. I can find anything except people trying many keywords for places. I see you're on imprudence. What imprudence are you on? What version? Because if you're using the beta version, that should be fine. If you're using the experimental version, that's not good. If you're using, I believe InWorlds took the imprudence viewer and did some modifications and called it their viewer. That does not work well here because they kind of critiqued it to their grid. Does Abby Nation use imprudence, like a version of imprudence?
I don't know if it's a version of imprudence, but I know they have their own custom viewer.
I know it's a custom viewer, which is...
But if you use...
Oh, you have an older one? Jay, you need to update if you go to our website. Yeah, I'll put it up here. http www.islandoasis.biz. Excuse me. If you go to our website, click on the downloads page, you should update your imprudence. I believe it's to the 4.0 beta is the one that we have on there. Because that one is lower, where for some reason the most stable one that I have found, got mine from there last week. We should have the, can you check really quick to make sure we have the updated version?
It takes you to, if you go to the downloads page.
Imprudence should be an automatic download, I thought. Damien's checking.
Imprudence here, there's two versions listed on the downloads page. Do the 1.40 beta.
Oh, do the 1.40 beta.
That's the one you want to use.
Yeah, that's the one you want to use. The 1.32,
Older.
it's stable, but it's not compatible like the 1.40 is.
Because the search does work.
Yeah, search does work. I used... Oh, I was on that, on the beta one for like ever. The 1.40 beta, and it works really good. Excuse me. No, imprudence does not do mesh. We do have viewers that are on our site, the Kakua does mesh, Firestorm does mesh, Phoenix does mesh, CoolVL Viewer does mesh. We do have all of those downloads on our website.
What was he trying to search for?
People.
What do you mean, people? Search people? Oh yeah, that works.
Yep, Phoenix works great. You can use Phoenix here if you want. That's what I use. I use the old Phoenix. I use Firestorm for the very few times I go into Second Life. Looking for stores and hangout places. Okay. Yeah, that's, you could find all of that in the search. It all comes up.
Check classifieds too.
The best thing, make sure that you check the classifieds.
Also, places and classifieds both work.
So, does anybody else have any questions or comments for me to take care of? Okay, going once. Mom, oh, there you go. As far as the marketplace goes, are you allowed to have more than one shop open? That I will let Damien address.
What do you mean, the marketplace?
So if there's no other questions directly towards me, then I will hand it over to Damien. Yep.
Hello, everybody. Glad to see everybody here today. You have to bear with me. My back has been extremely painful, so I've been kind of hopping around the house here. Talk about a couple things. I've been working on some updates to the scripting engine, adding a new function to the scripting engine, the LL transfer Linden dollars. I'm going to be adding that to the scripting engine. We recently updated the LL give money function because before that function would not transfer money to somebody if the avatar was not on the same sim as the script giving the money, but that is now fixed, and we're going to be adding the LL transfer Linden dollars in response to an upgrade request by somebody. They submitted a thing on our Mantis trouble ticket requesting that functionality, so that's going to be going up there soon. I've also been working on email to prim incoming. Outgoing emails using the LL email function does work, but incoming, so allowing for communication between prims in world. We're working on that. We have some people who have functionality or have products who require that technology to work here, so we're working on that. I'm working with the vendor to get that working properly. Let's see, I really didn't have a whole lot to go over, so I guess I'm just going to open the floor up for questions. And I know you guys asked a couple questions while Sugar was up here talking, but feel free to ask again, and I will try to address all your questions one by one. Oh yeah, just want to touch real quick, for those of you who own regions, please use the region manager on our website to restart your regions. Don't do it through the viewer because the restarts won't work properly. The sim will come back up, but it won't come up correctly, so you'll have issues. So be sure to use the website to do your region restarts. Use the website where you're free to take backups of your region, OER backups, which are stored on our servers. They stay online and available to you for as long as you own the region. That functionality is really for a situation where if I have a region and I went through a lot of work to get it just the way I want it, I can take a backup of it. That way if something happens, I can always restore to the way it was when I backed it up. we have a system, we have a process that runs 24/7 that monitors all the regions. If the region is found to be not responding for some reason, the system will restart it. But it doesn't happen automatically, like on a daily basis, that kind of thing, no. But if your region is found to be not responding, our system will restart it automatically. That system checks the status of all the regions on the grid every 30 minutes. And that runs 24/7. As far as attachments to group notices, that's been ongoing for me. I don't know if Isis is here, but yes, we're working on that. That's not part of the core software that comes with OpenSim, so we have to sort of hack the code a little bit to get it to do that. And I'm very close to getting that to work. I have on the beta grid where it's attaching the item, it's recognizing what type of attachment it is, whether it's a landmark or a note card or a script or whatever. So once we're finished testing that in beta, then we'll move that into production. Okay, if you need some help with deeding your land and those types of things, get in touch with Sugar after the meeting, and she and I can assist you with that. Okay, honey? And we'll work on that. Questions about IO URLs? Yes. What's your question? Okay, had an issue with the IO URL. It loads the map, okay, but I click on it and the map on the site, but give me a second life error after I click on it. Okay, why don't you do this? Paste the IO URL here in the local, the one that's causing you issues, and I'll test it and see what's going on.
After the meeting.
Yeah, after the meeting. Okay, I wasn't aware of that issue, Vicky. I will take a look at that. Wasn't aware that there was an issue with teleporting, people having issues teleporting. So
Today?
I will, crashing the last couple days. Okay, I will take a look at that. Not to my knowledge, no. Not to my knowledge that there's anything going on, so I will have to look and see what it is. Okay. Was this something that just, yeah, Lynn, Sugar's on, talking. You crashed 10 times at the welcome zone today. Wow, okay. All right. Problems connecting to destination. Okay. Well, I will do some investigating and see if I can figure out what might be causing these problems with teleporting. And I will let you guys know. I'll use group notices to let you guys know when I've identified the problem. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Steve, after the meeting, are you the one that had the IO URL question? After the meeting, send that IO URL to me, and I'll take a look at it and see what might be the problem. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Questions? Issues? Back foot. Okay. I'm not sure I know what that means, but okay. If that's it for me, then I'm going to pass the torch on to Sub, and he'll take it from here. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you.
Good afternoon, evening, night, morning, wherever you guys are from. Greatly appreciate you guys coming to this meeting every month, and for you guys that are new, welcome to our town hall meeting. As Sugar and Damien discussed before, I'm the guru as far as scripting goes, as far as OpenSim and stuff that we have here. I have had the opportunity to spend the last couple of years in here dealing with a lot of scripts, and I know you guys were asking and kind of thinking, well, you know, what's the differences? Well, we used two different libraries in our scripting code, whereas Second Life only uses one, their own. They have a team of developers that are constantly working on their script engine. They make their own functions, and they bring it to the virtual world. OpenSim is a little different. It's got different developers that are making things. We are able to do certain things that SL isn't able to do at this time, and there are things that SL can do that we can't do. Reason why scripting and physics are two different things is, well, not really two different things, but it calls us the physics engine, and that's the other thing we're going to talk about. You guys haven't seen me probably a lot in world as often as I used to be, because in the background, while I've had the opportunity to move down here to Phoenix, Arizona, I've been working on a physics engine for Island Oasis. I have it coded, I have it talking, I have it kind of working, and it's a real slow process. It's kind of one of those things where you want to make changes, but you want to make those changes really slow. Updating the scripting engine, making sure that if you use scripts that, you know, something doesn't fail or you don't get an error code. So it's going to be one of those long processes for me, myself. I know Scotty also has been working on the physics engine. What it really kind of boils down to is, well, the reason why this is so different for most virtual worlds is maybe just some of the basic ways to put it in layman's terms, I guess, so to speak, is imagine owning a Chevy pickup or a Chevy car and trying to put a Dodge or a Ford motor in there. There's going to be things that are just not quite compatible. Now, it doesn't mean that it cannot be engineered to actually work. If you drill some holes and redo some bolt holes, you can get the motor to fit in, and then you got to find out how you got to change the axles and a bunch of little things here and there. And that's kind of what we are doing. You know, like Damien said earlier, he's working on scripting functions. I've been working on trying to establish some ground with the physics engine. There's lots of different methods and ways to make it work. There's lots of physics engines out there that people can basically, sometimes if there's enough information, you can just plug it in and start testing it or using it. But it does take some time. If you kind of look at Second Life when it first got started, you know, they had waves in their water. Every time a prim hit water, it would create these waves in the original physics engine, and it would crash, you know. So they had to go through years of testing and constant testing. They had teams of developers. Same with InWorlds, now that they've had several years that they have been trying to get things going. So it's going to be something for us as well. We are going to get a physics engine here. You guys have to kind of remember, in some sense, we are still pretty small and we're still fairly new to the game. But we are trying to get this technology and this advancement to our region, hopefully much sooner, because we have such a great, awesome staff that we work with. And if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here today. we wouldn't be having this meeting. So really, it's just a great opportunity. So going back to scripting, that's what I do. I love coding. That's all I've ever done. It seems like for the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years, and I went going to college and getting my software engineering degree so I can understand this really interesting field a lot more. When it comes to scripting in here, a lot of times what I notice is different is with what I do know, that I know in Second Life, their scripting engine and their whole software is written in one programming language. Ours is written in a completely different. And there was somebody, I'm not sure if they're here, I don't think they're here, but there was somebody we were talking to, and I said, I have noticed there's certain things that Second Life does when you type in this code, and then you try that over here, and it doesn't work. It doesn't recognize it. So I know some of the major, it's not a major, but I know quite a bit of the differences, and there's sometimes you can just simply fix it by just changing the method. In other cases, it's just really not here. Yes, I have some basic scripts. Every time I just think of something wild here, and I go, everybody should have one of those scripts. I have a script shop, and I put the landmark giver out, so if you guys have not been there or don't have one, you'll see my little NPC bot. He'll greet you and say hello to you. You go check out what scripts you may need at any time. If you guys think of scripts that are like, hey, we need this in here. If you guys need scripts looked at, please, by all means, you guys can send me note cards through my mailbox there at the landing zone. You can send them through me through my IMs. The only problem with IMs is because of where I'm living and the situation I'm in, I could log in, lose power, log out, log back in 5 minutes later, and I just lost any of that IM information. So it's probably best that if you guys use the mailbox, that way the note card's already in there, and if I happen to check it, I'm looking at it, I've got it in my inventory. If I crash or I lose my power here at the place I'm living or something like that, something funky goes on, at least there's record of that. Whereas IMs, if I view it, then obviously the next time I log in, that IM will be missing. So it would be the best way to get a hold of me. And when it comes to scripting, if you guys have any questions, I do not have all the answers, but I have had a couple years in here where I've been able to see some of those huge changes, such as they were saying earlier, we have vehicles, we have bikes. I know one of you was asking about, well, I have all this stuff that that I had going on in Second Life. Well, I'd actually be kind of curious to know what that is, because I might have workarounds that would actually fix that for you. Right now, I have a non-physical jet engine or jet script already done. My brother made me this really cool little mesh plane a long time ago in a game we were developing, and I said, let me have that for I.O., and so I scripted that, and I just fly around sometimes. Steve can attest to that, because him and I were kind of goofing off at the welcome zone when he was supposed to be working, but I kind of covered him while he was out flying around. We were having fun. So I really enjoy coding. It's like something I really love to do. It's just something really fun, so don't think like you go, I want to talk to Sub, but he's like this Alino guy, I enjoy it. It's one of it's like having, I don't know, like Christmas every morning. It's like, you get this really cool idea. I want to try it. Okay, getting to how much I would charge for doing scripting. Look, really honestly, I don't really charge. I don't normally charge. But if there's a task, if there's a big project that comes up, okay, I may charge. The way I look at it, hey, we wouldn't be here doing what we're doing. It's the least I can do. The only problem is I'm one person. So it's not like I can do a whole lot at once, because I'm trying to script in world. I'm working on this physics engine, and there's a lot of information. There's a lot of coding that I have to process, and I won't lie. There's sometimes I get in here and I'll go to code something. I'm like, why isn't it working? Oh, it's because I'm trying to program it. I'm not scripting. What am I thinking? So I can get mind boggled, but if I had my way, I'd live in here for 24 hours a day and sleep for 2 days and never leave my sim and be this little mad scientist. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona. So So really, the scripting is a little different. There are older scripts that were created in Second Life long, long ago. A lot of those, when you first got there, let's say 5, 6 years ago, a lot of those scripts still work in here. The reason why they work in here is because their scripting engine in Second Life changes every 3 months, at least every 3 months. I know sounds kind of crazy, but people are constantly having to update their scripting code all the time in there. Yeah, even more, but at least the minimum of every 3 months, Linden Labs is changing their scripting engine. They're always trying to improve. They've got a team of developers though, so they can pump that stuff out much, much faster. So they've got, I don't know how many team members they have working on it, but I'd imagine if they have like 4 or 5 people, boom, that's all they do all day long. So they can, every couple months or so, their scripting engine's changed a little bit, and so scripters have to go in, modify if something's not working correctly. Well, that's kind of where we're kind of in a sense. That's what I've been doing for the last couple of years. I'm like, wow, what's this OpenSim stuff? Why doesn't this work? Why doesn't that work? And it's like, it's a lot of information. So I do have a lot of that vast knowledge, but I don't know it all. So if you do have a script that you're like, ooh, I don't know if this would work over here, if you want me to take a look at it, you guys want to test it with me, I've got a little region that I can do we can do some testing on. Just give me the heads up. We can go hang out over there. We can test it out. And usually the first thing I start doing is, okay, this is what he's trying to do. And I start coding. And I might not talk a lot, but, I'll be coding and going, hey, wait, we'll try this. Try this. Is that working? If it's not working, I'll be like, okay, that doesn't work. Okay, let me try this. I'm like a little kid in a candy store. It's really my passion. So when it comes to scripting, there's a lot of – and it's kind of hard to, sit down and say, well, these are all the differences. It's just so many little things. It would be hard to narrow it down. But if you guys really want to, if you guys got something you're working on, definitely get with me. So let me look at something. Hold on. Also mesh. So far, all my testing. Last time I was in a monthly meeting, I've been really busy in real life. My monthly meeting, we were talking about mesh. Now, there's a lot of things about mesh that I do know. There's a lot of things about mesh I don't know. I get a lot of information from some of the content creators from Second Life. My brother himself, he's very good at this stuff. When you're scripting, I know in Second Life, when you first started scripting with mesh, if you're wearing the item and try to create a new script, this I don't know if this is always happening, but it's happened to me before. It does not save the script. It doesn't perform correctly. So say you have an item you're wearing, it's going to make the sleeves a little longer or something like that, whatever. Or it's just a hat and it's changing colors. The script may not work. So the best way to really do that is if you guys are kind of like, doing your own scripting, it's best to res that item on the ground, do your scripting, take it back to your inventory, and then wear it. And then it seems like the scripts seem to work pretty well. Second Life so far has kind of seemed to fix that in their scripting engine, obviously, and I'm not sure what they did. It's not like they really sit down and give you all this information. But more and more people are going to be bringing mesh in here as mesh is becoming very, very popular. As they were talking about earlier, those are the viewers that you would use: Singularity, Phoenix, Firestorm, some of these other ones, Cool Viewer, things like that. So if you guys are really interested in mesh and you like to see that kind of stuff, it's got some benefits. Some benefits to the clothing is, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, for those that maybe have been in Second Life, if you were, say, make a jacket out of a mesh item, it actually contours and bends with your arm. No prims actually stick out. You don't have that glitch. So it actually looks pretty smooth. But so there's tons of people making pants and shirts and jackets now. The only thing is that it kind of changes the skin by using alpha layers. It makes everything kind of disappear. You put the prim on, and it really looks kind of neat if you got a pretty cool outfit. So yeah, Mesh Junkie, awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. But when it does come to scripting, it's just safe to put it on the ground, do your coding, put your code in there, whatever, take it back to your inventory, and then wear it and place it wherever you want it, however that works out. So that's the little information that I do know about Mesh, and it's being more and more popular for everyone. You guys know that at the welcome zone, all of us Paulinos, we have our mailbox. Just get a hold of us through there. So that's kind of where I stand. Also, if anybody is really interested in doing a lot of scripting and want to work with me and help me out with coding or figuring things out or anything like that, I would love the help. For those that are just, they love coding like I do or just really kind of like messing around with that stuff, have them definitely contact me. That'd be grand. So does anybody have any scripting or physics engine kind of questions? I got quite a bit of knowledge about it. Don't have it quite initiated yet, but I do have a lot of knowledge now. Did my voice just cut out? No, it didn't. Okay, good. Any questions at this time? Going once? I know it was a little fast. Sorry. That was a lot. I was trying to keep it short. And twice. Alright, well at this time, I thank you guys again. Keeps getting errors when I try it. I have a hair script. Do you know if that's a resizer, or is it a color changer, or any idea what kind of hair script you're referring to? Oh, I know you do, Steve. Alright, well maybe in the next day or so I'll get with everybody and we can I want to take a look at your hair script. I want to take a look at your stuff there, Steve, of course. I need 10 of me, I swear. Need to be everywhere. And we'll get together at some point and we'll take a look at that. In fact, if you want me to, if you pass over the script to me when I'm bouncing in and out of world or whatever, or I get a chance, I can look at that for you. So at any time, you can just pass that over to me. Make sure it's modifiable so I can view it, and then I'll see if there's anything kind of funky going on. And if I can fix it, I'll just send it back to you, and you'll be set to go. It's a real quick, easy fix. Hoping that's all it is. Yes, I do. I do all sorts of scripting. I've scripted everything from little gadgets to HUDs to weapons to, gosh, just about everything. The only thing I'm not familiar with, I'll take that back. The only thing I'm not really super familiar with is like doing the whole connecting to the internet through a prim, like HTTP recalls. I know about it programmably. I understand the concepts behind it. I know how it has to have a request and it has to have a it's got to have the request and it's got to have the receiver. But I'm not too familiar with it because I've never really had to do anything like that. So if you've got like really high technical, well, can we talk to this website? Can we get this information? That stuff I don't know. So for network vendors that are connected, yes. Yeah, well, I don't know about it to a website, but I would really like to get one in here that does automatic updating. You know, like the email to prim thing, so that way we could kind of get it working somewhat different. So, yes, that is something that we are working on, and it's something I've wanted in here for a while, especially for vendors. I also have vendors, a multi-vendor thing where you can put multiple items in. You can go in the note card, change the prices and stuff if you guys have not got one. If you're at a shop where you're trying to conserve on prims and stuff. So just wanted to throw that out there. I believe, yeah, it's at the script shop. So everything's at the script shop now. So if you guys have, you know, and like I said, just get a hold of me. Send me a note, usually note card through the landmarks right in front of me. You see the little box down there? You just click on that box, it should send you a landmark. Earlier it didn't work. I said send an object and there was no object. Yeah, I know, silly, right? Anyways, it's the finger thing. So, yeah, if you guys stop in there, if there's something you guys want to see, you guys don't know, you're like, hey, well, I'd like to see one of these in here, you know? Yeah, get with me. Definitely get with me. Yeah, that's what I love to do. Well, thank you all for coming to the meeting, and at this time, I will turn it back over to Sugar. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Sub. right now I am going to turn it over to Scotty Pellino. He's also working on physics engines and servers.
Hey, bro! Where in Phoenix are we? Oh, sorry. Oh,
Good now, sub.
Sorry.
All right. Well, as you all know, I'm Scotty Pellino. Gonna keep it real short. I don't have too much. Just a couple quick things to kind of build off of what Sub was saying about the physics. I know all of you have been kind of waiting about working with Havoc and the physics. I actually emailed the Havoc support group to find out if they really do anything as far as the C Sharp, because the code for Havoc is all written in C++. But they, excuse me, they actually don't currently do or have any plans to do anything with any C Sharp development, unfortunately. However, that's not the end of the road. I did find a couple other things online. I actually just found something that a guy created on a personal level that has C-sharp wrapper for the C++ code for Havoc, actually mixed in with some XNA stuff, which I was talking to Sub about earlier in the week. So still trying some things, working on it. Not too many updates as of right now, but hit one roadblock, but trying to find some other avenues to take. So gonna keep working on it here, but yeah, other than that, I really don't have too much for you guys tonight. So any questions at all? All right. Well, hopefully next month I'll have a better answer for you. So thank you. I'll pass it back to Sugar.
Thanks, Scotty. Yeah, we're really excited here, looking at all these different options for physics engines, because I do know that physics engines are a big thing for virtual worlds. That's why we're trying to provide the best that we possibly can, and that's why we're, looking at different physics engines, different aspects of them, so we can see what's going to work best here. So moving on, next is Sheena Pellino.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay, sorry, my mic was being dumb. Anyways, I was actually just talking to myself for a couple minutes. So, anyways, I am Sheena, the IO Mentor Director. I hire mentors here. I need people that are friendly, are easygoing, enjoy being in an IO. Obviously, the best way to do this job is to put your heart in it, and for you to put your heart in it, obviously, you got to experience it yourself. So I am in the hiring process right now. I have a lot of late night people. I am looking for morning people if possible, It's not a big deal if you don't, but that is a majority of what I'm looking for. So then we can kind of have like a 24-hour shift where there's somebody there all the time. Because I know what it's like to teleport somewhere new and nobody's there. And you're just kind of standing there bored, or, you know, you just don't want to be there anymore because there's no one else there. So if any of you guys are interested, the best way to get a hold of me is by a note card, and my note card is, or my mailbox is at the welcome zone. So just drop a note card in there. As Sub was saying, you know, with IMs, you get them for a second, and then sometimes you crash and they're gone. Same with me. Sometimes I'll log in at my work and I'll crash. So best way is to just drop a note card in my mailbox. Just have your name. So then obviously I know who it's from. When you're available to meet with me, if you're somebody that is never on Thursdays, put that in there. Just say I can, you know, meet any day except Thursday, or, you know, whatever, and that you're looking to be a mentor, because I get note cards galore all day. So just be as specific as you can. I did want to announce Miss Vicky Day. She was promoted to lead mentor. She is going to be basically my right hand for a while, because I could use some help. So Miss Vicky has shown much appreciation for IO. She puts a lot of time and effort in, you know, and I enjoy her lovely company. So she is now going to be my right hand, my lead mentor, who does a fantastic job. Also, Steve. Steve is Mentor of the Month, and I am now announcing this. I didn't announce it before because I lost my note card in our mentor meeting. But Steve has put in a lot of hours. I know why, but that's okay. There doesn't matter what the reasons were. He did a lot of hours, and I've had compliments all, like, for the past 2 weeks of Steve helping and, you know, being able to assist people right away. So congratulations to Steve. You are Mentor of the Month, and you will be getting a plaque, a financial award, and obviously you got recognition tonight, and there will be much more recognition to that. So congratulations to you both. One thing I did want to let you guys know is on our website, this is still kind of in small talk right now, nothing's official been done yet, but we are looking to do t-shirts and coffee cups on our website where you can actually create your own, like IO logo. You can basically design it the way you want, on any kind of shirt you want, a coffee mug, pens, whatever it is. It's still in the works. We're not sure when it will be up, but we're trying to figure out which company is the best to go through. So that will be available to you guys. I don't want to give you a date, but yeah, I wouldn't think it's going to be much longer. So I just want to let you guys know that. Once again, if any of you guys are looking to be mentors, please drop a note card in my box. Did any of you guys have a question for me about being a mentor at all, or how to be it, or what it's all about? Yes, Anna, the way there's from the company that we have so far, it's going to be to do the shirts. You actually will do it through the company. There will be a link on our page that will send you to their link, and their link will be the one where it's, you send them the information you want and you pay it through them, and then they're the ones that takes the money and kind of distributes it where it goes, you know, so it kind of goes from there. So, yeah, so we're pretty excited about that. This would be real life. So it would be something you'd get packaged to your door, and you do all that good stuff. So it's something that you could design your own with the IO logo and all fun stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sure Sugar will be the first person to get the coffee cup. So. Alright, is there any other questions you have that I can try my best to answer? I know I've already received a couple IMs from people about mentoring, about being one, which is awesome. I love them. And I will probably get to you guys between today and tomorrow. I do have a couple things after the meeting today. I have a couple people I have to meet with. If I do not get to you today, I promise I will try my best to get to you tomorrow. So, for the people that have sent me IMs so far. So, any last minute questions at all? Concerns? So, okay, well, if that is it, then I am going to hand it back over to Sugar.
Thanks, Gina. Yeah, when it comes to the real life apparel and things that we're looking into, we are talking with the company about seeing if, besides having the Island Oasis logo, being able to put your logos on it, we're also thinking about doing a sponsorship program if you want, you know, your logo included in the Island Oasis things. So we are still in the works of that, but we'll give more details as we progress. So, next person standing in for Allison is Payne Shamrock.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. And thank you for coming to today's meeting. I'm Payne Shamrock. I'm standing in for Allison Polino, who is the Director of Marketing, who also is executive staff here at Island Oasis. The first thing I would like to do is introduce the marketing department. We have a new team member, a new manager. She's the social media manager, and that's Miss Rita Hazelnut. She's over there sitting down nice and quietly. And yeah, yay! Okay. And myself, I am the media focus manager in the marketing department, and we have another manager who is Esme Darkstone, who couldn't make it this evening. I want to start off by we are hiring. There are hiring positions at the marketing department. No, we're not. We would not be hiring any more managers, but we need team members. There's only 4 of us total, including Allison, and there's a lot of requests that we get. We pretty much, we market the grid, so that's a good bit of work. So we would love to have new team members. And hopefully maybe you'll come if you would like to join. There are perks, and if you would like to get with me about that, if you're interested, then talk to me after the meeting, and I will give you the information that is needed, your application, and you send that note card to Allison Polino. Also, I'm here to remind people. Yes, very awesome. I'm also here to remind you guys to please put in if you would like to do an interview on the blog for your business, please put that in. I'm going to say this again, it's only 3 of us that really does the interviews, and there's other things that we do also in the marketing department, so please bear with us. we have not forgotten. We're working as diligently as we can to get that done. So if you would like to put in an interview, please, I believe you could do that on the website of the information portal, which I'm going to post that here. Also at the marketing department, we are busy looking for animators and content creators to come to the grid. That is very important to bring, that set of content in, so that's another thing that we're working on in the marketing department diligently to do. Also, please use the classifieds. They're free. If you have a business, you want people to come to your business, please be more than willing to use the classifieds. Also, we have a web page directory of all the businesses in Island Oasis on the information portal. If your business is not listed, you can add that business to the directory, and I will give you that here. Yep, okay. And also, it's pretty short and sweet. So, also, please, this is our home. Let's promote our home. I love Island Oasis. I talk about it everywhere I go. I'm in different grids. I even talk to my friends who don't even know anything about grids, and I promote it. So please promote Island Oasis, because if this is your home, you love it, share it with your friends, share it with your loved ones. Say, hey, this is I play this game, and it's Island Oasis, and it's a great place to call home. There's a lot you can do. There's a lot you can interact with, and and have them come and have them see how loving and great and wonderful it is. I love to share my home with my friends and stuff. So promote. Sugar, that's all I have for today. So, yeah. Thank you. There's any questions? Oh, okay.
Okay. Am I on?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to touch real quick, since Will's not here, I wanted to touch base with regard to the region support staff. We have a group of people whose job it is to contact the region owners periodically, making sure that the regions are running okay, to respond to issues. Will is the director of the region support staff, and so he's the lead on that team, and they will periodically go through, him and his team will go through and contact all the region owners, making sure that everything's running smoothly. They're the first responders if there's a region issue. If they cannot resolve it, they escalate the issue to me and to Scotty, and then we take a look at things on the server side and make sure that everything is functioning properly. So it's important to friend Will if you're a region owner, friend his team. His team members are Jem, Sierra, and I think Melody. Is she on the team?
I can't remember.
Melody's in.
Yeah.
Yes, she's on
the team. I thought she was. I'm sorry, Melody. Yeah, so any one of those 4 people can assist you if you're having or experiencing issues on your sim. Again, they would be first responders, and then if the issue cannot be resolved by them, they would then escalate it to me and Scotty, and we would take a look at it then. So they also just go around, and if we have the landholder appreciation program, which basically is after you've owned your region for a consecutive 6 months, you qualify for a landowner appreciation gift. For those of you who own premiums for 6 consecutive months, you get 500 prim bump on your sim. If you own a homestead for 6 months consecutively, you get a free landscape region, a 1,000 prim landscape region. And if you own a full region for 6 months consecutively, you get a 2,000 prim landscape region for free. They would be the ones to be keeping track of that and when you qualify for the gift. And once your region meets the qualifications, they would be contacting you and letting you know that, so that you can fill out the land order form if necessary, depending on what your gift is. They would make sure that everything is in order for you to receive your gift, and then they would inform me so that I can implement the gift, whether it be a prem bump or a new region. So that's a good group of people to stay in touch with. Their first contact. So let them know if anything is going on. Yes, we do. Yes, you do. Those are your regions. After you've owned them for 6 months, then yeah, you would qualify for the gift as well. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Sugar asked me to touch base about that. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything that I wanted to bring up that I had forgotten, but I don't think so. Just actively working on things, implementing. We're going to be implementing a new server on the 15th, which is really cool. We upgraded the server recently. We're going to be adding a new server soon. You're going to probably see region counts jump when that happens, which is good for us and for our growth. Not that we put a whole lot of weight on the statistic numbers, but it will improve those numbers as well. It seems that the statistics numbers do influence people's decisions to whether or not they're going to come here, and that's really the only reason why we care about that, is because it draws people in, and we want people here because we have a lot to offer. We have a lot of really fantastic people on our grid, and we want to share that with as many people as we possibly can. And so those numbers looking good bring people in, and you know, once they're here, we're confident that they're going to be happy and like what they see, and they'll stay. A lot of times it's just getting them to log in the first place, you know. So anybody have any questions with regard to the topics I just discussed? No? No? We conduct these meetings once a month. They're on the first Thursday of every month. We used to do 2 meetings. We would do one Thursday evening and then Friday morning to accommodate different time zones, but over the past couple months, we have found that hardly nobody attends the Friday morning meeting, so we decided to drop the Friday morning meeting and start recording the meeting so that we could push the recording up to our website and YouTube and stuff, so people who couldn't attend can see a video of the meeting. And we're going to be doing a online Q&A session that's going to be following up these. So for those who could not attend the meeting, we'll have opportunities to ask questions and discuss topics that maybe were not brought up during this meeting. So that's something we're working on as well. But everybody here is invited to attend the meeting every month. Sometimes the topics are the same. Other times we'll implement new things. See numbers to join here, but get more members. We need to get her. Yeah. And you know, Wizard, that's exactly what it is. And we've been fighting that battle since day one. Is, you know, it really is a catch-22. People don't come here because there's no content, but there's no content because nobody comes here. So we work on it. Every grid faces that challenge, you know, and so we just got to. The key is consistency and persistency. Never give up, never surrender, sort of thing. For those of you who've seen Galaxy Quest, you just have to keep doing what we're doing, and in time, those content creators will come here, because as they start to see the numbers grow, they're going to say, hey, that's a new market I can tap into. Why not tap into it and see? It doesn't cost anything to come here. A lot of times there's free stores, or there's lots of malls on the grid for people to try it out and see and how it works. So we have freelance, so they don't have to buy a sim right away. You know, so we do have opportunity for people to come in here and grow with, or to test out the market with very little investment. And that's really why we did a lot of that, so that we could draw the content creators in. That's okay. You know, that's okay that you're not a content creator. We just love to have people here. You know, we love to have our friends here and have a community here. But we do need the content to support the community because people like to buy things. That's just the nature of it. So I want to thank everybody for attending this meeting. And again, we'll have another meeting next Thursday, or next month, first Thursday of next month at 5 p.m. IO time every month. Same time, same place every month. So for those of you who this is your first meeting, just remember this meeting takes place every month. It's a great forum for you to express concerns, questions, comments, whether it's positive or negative. Okay, Jay, thanks for coming. Appreciate you coming in. We like to make sure that we address everything and do what we can to make this the best possible community and virtual world that's out there. So in order to do so, we have to address everything, whether it's positive or negative, and find resolutions for them. So that's all I had to say. I'm going to hand it back over to Sugar. Thank you very much for your time, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Night, Jay. Thanks for coming. Okay, I will now open the floor for any discussion questions. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything that even we have not addressed, now is the time to ask them. The free stores, Jem says.
We left the beer in the refrigerator cold for you. So whenever you want to go get it.
Yeah, we do, Jem. We still go through and clean them out. I believe they were just done yesterday. People have been pretty good about keeping their box rented. If for some reason they're going on vacation, they usually will let me know. Or like Anna, I know Anna has been sick, so she's kind of in and out, and asked if I could put a vacation box over hers. Excuse me. So we still go through there a couple times a week. I know just the other day there was 2 shops open. So if anybody's looking for, yeah, and they're kind of first come, first serve. I don't do waiting lists, nothing like that, because people come and go so quickly. So the best thing to do, I have the Oasis Village and the Oasis Shopping Center. Those are my 2 regions with tier-free shops on them. They do fill up quick. It's not often you'll see a shop open for more than a day, because I allow 600 prims, and the only condition is you have to come in weekly to click your rental box. If you don't click your rental box, your shop gets returned and it's back up for rent, and you lose that shop.
I have a comment on that. I had a girl IM me this morning when I logged in, and she said that she just found a free shop, and it's got Howie Houdini stuff in it, but she's already done clicked the box. I told her that that's
not. Yeah, people can't do that. In order for one of the shops to be open, it has to be absolutely emptied, because that person may have sent me a note card and told me I'm going to be on vacation and I just haven't gotten there to put a vacation box over it. You never know the circumstances. That is why I let everybody know. For my shops anyways, I can't attest to anybody else that has malls and things here, but for my shop, unless it is absolutely empty, it's not available. So that person who clicked that rental box, I'm going to reset the rental box. And it may be up for rent. I have to go look at my note cards yet. So that's why it's very important to not click any of those unless the shop is absolutely empty. Because you wouldn't want somebody, if it was your shop, you wouldn't want somebody doing that for you, because then we have the issue of people coming in saying, sugar somebody. They're not allowed to res. You have to be in my shop group in order to res there. But they can click a rental box. But then we have the original people from the store coming in saying, I came in to click my box because they told me they were going to be out an extra day or whatever, but somebody else clicked it. And now we're playing IM tag because we may not always be on at the same time. So it is very important with my shops anyways that you do not click a rental box until the shop is empty. It was gone through yesterday. I will go through it again tonight. Sometimes the rental box will expire that morning, and then by the afternoon, that person comes in to click the rental box. So it could be something as simple as that. So is there any other questions, comments, or concerns? Oh, Steve's going to remind me about the globes. Through Island Oasis, no, you cannot buy a sim with Palinos. If you buy directly through Island Oasis, we accept PayPal, credit card, or debit card. But there are people that are on the grid that are renting either partial or full sims, and you would have to talk with them about how they do their payments, kind of things like that. But through Island Oasis, it's PayPal, credit card, or debit card only. Yeah, I already knew what you were going to say, Steve. As you see in front of me, we have globes down on the ground there. Each one of us Palinos has built our own globes, and it's a collection that people kind of thought were pretty cool. So you can get one. You just ask for one. Kind of the conditions are, if we're coming over to work on your sim or directly fix an issue, that's not the time to ask for one, because that means that we're extremely busy trying to correct the problem. If you see us out and about town, by all means, hey, sugar on globe, sure. Damien's is going to be the hardest one to get because he does most of his work not online. So a lot of people find it kind of a challenge to get the whole collection. Need to get off him. Does anybody else have any other questions or comments? Perseverance is the key. I see Gracious is typing. Okay, any other questions, comments, or concerns that you would like addressed by any of us?
We should be able to just open the mic. If you guys want to ask on microphone, you guys can at this time. That way you guys don't have to spend all that time typing. Thought that would just help.
Gracious, you're talking about being a senior mentor? Yeah, you don't pay for that. Sheena will let you know when your time is ready for that. It's a parcel of land, approximately 1,100, 1,200 prims on Mentor Island. So when you're all set for that, then she can help get you set up for that. And that does not cost you anything. As long as you continue to be a senior mentor, you will always have that parcel. Does anybody else have any questions, comments, or concerns? Going once. Going twice. Oh, Harley, did you have a question? Oh, Kat says wait. Okay, number reset to 0. Is there lessons in mapping shops? Kat, I'm kind of clueless.
Mm-hmm.
Is there lessons in mapping shops for the online? I'm trying to figure out what she means. What do you mean, Kat? Oh, the IO URL? I'm gonna give Damien this one. Hold on a sec.
Okay, are you talking about creating an IO URL to your shop? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. The first thing you need to do is go to the website and click the world map. Once you're there, you click the button at the top that says Create IO Map Link. You'll see a little pop-up come up. And in that pop-up, you have a field called Region. You put your region name there, and it has to be the correct region name. It can't be a shortcut, or it can't be shorthand for your region. It has to be the full region name. It has to be a region name that actually exists on the map. Then you put your coordinates, your XYZ coordinates. In other words, where exactly do you want them to land? If you look at the top bar on your viewer, you'll see where your avatar is currently standing. Like if I look at the top bar on Sugar's viewer, I see she's standing at 127, 129, 42. Those are the XYZ coordinates of where Sugar's avatar is standing right now on this region. That's the XYZ coordinates that you would put in that form. Once you have that filled in, you can put a title, which can be anything. And then you can click and you can also put a URL to an image. And then you click Create Link. The link will appear in the box near the bottom of the Create Map, your IO Map Link window. And you can copy that link, select it and hit Control-C. And then you can paste that into blogs, Facebook, whatever. And then when people click on that link, it will take them to our world map, and it will show your location. It will show the image that you chose if you have one. It will also show the title that you put in there. And when they click that, it will open their viewer. See you, Big Fry. It will open their viewer, and when they log in, it will log them in at that location. Does that make sense? Clear as mud. Okay. Okay, give it a try. And yeah, so when you create the map link, let me do one right here real quick, and I'll do one for where Sugar is standing right now. Okay. So she is at the IOHQ, is the name of the region, and her coordinates are this. So I put H2 is the region name. She's at 127, 129, 42. Okay, and then I click Create Map Link. And then I can copy that. Now I'll paste into local the IO URL I just created. That link right there, if you were to click on that, let's say on Facebook, for example, that would land you exactly where Sugar's avatar is standing right now. So if someone were to click that link, it would take them to our map. It would bring up a little pop-up. It would show an image of this region with the title I put in there. They click it, it would open their viewer if they're already not logged in, and it will put this as the start location. You know how normally it says last location or home? It'll actually insert those coordinates into their start location. So when they log in, it will land exactly where Sugar is standing right now. So you could create one pointing to the entrance of your store, you see, and it would land them right at the entrance of your store. If they're already logged in, when they click a link, it will actually open a shortcut or open a landmark to that location in World, and then they could teleport there. So it's kind of handy. It's a nice way to sort of market and get people to come in World and check, take a look at things in World.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions, comments, or concerns? Okay, then I would like to thank everybody for being here at the meeting and thank everybody for being a part of Island Oasis. You guys are the ones that make Island Oasis what it is. So on that note, this meeting is adjourned. I will see you all next week. No, next month. Thank you all for coming.